So, in this recording, I wanted to go over similarities between different belief systems because I think that once a person has made up their mind, it's almost impossible. It's not impossible to convert them over to a different belief system, but it's really difficult to do that because you've already made up your mind about what you believe, and it's kind of like, well, how does a person tell another person what they should believe? And I don't know, like, some ways I think that once your mind is made up, it's not even, I don't know whether how much influence a person could, have over another person to convince them otherwise. So there are certain things that most religions believe, and I think that with new age people especially, they're thinking that everyone's belief is valid and there's just like one central truth. And we're kind of like, I don't know. So to be fair to them, in the past it actually was like that. In the past, kind of, like the Native Americans, they had a very similar belief system to Christianity, and before Jesus introduced, before they were introduced to Christianity, they were judged by their works, essentially, like the type of people they were, and their belief system was helping them with that. So, I mean, there's truth to that, but once Jesus introduced himself, things kind of changed. Like once you were introduced, then you understood the truth of Christ, then that kind of changed because you know better now, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly. Like, because you know better, because you know Jesus now, so you don't, he's brought the truth to you, so you can, you have that now. Um, at the same time, when like when you think about the truths of different religions, when you think about the truths of different religions, you have to also accept the fact that there is only one truth. There's only one truth because everybody can't be right. Hopefully, I'm explaining this correctly. This is a really complicated topic. So here's what I could tell you, and I think that a lot of religions kind of agree on it. So rather than argue with you, I'm gonna just like kind of go over the things that most religions agree on. Most religions agree that there is a God and there's only one, and he is separate from us. He's a separate intelligence. Like there's a higher intelligence, and there are other higher intelligence, like an angel, and that's separate from us as well. Most religions believe in some sort of karmatic system, like you reap what you sow. That's in the Bible. Vengeance is mine, I will repay. That's in the Bible. That's God saying that, you do these bad things, something terrible is going to happen to you. God punishes people. He says that if you do this, I'll take revenge sevenfold. There is a punishment system for bad things. Like, I don't know what the new age people might be one of the few religions that don't believe that, surprisingly. Like, I think it's Hinduism. Hindus believe it. Christians believe it. Muslims believe it. You guys, I don't know why you don't want to believe that, but you decided you don't want to believe that. Fair enough. You don't want to believe that. Okay, I'll just exclude you from this. Uh, let's think. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned angels. People believe in angels or some sort of angelic beings, some sort of prophets. I think we all believe that there's prophets of some sort. I even think that the Hindus, not the Hindus, but I think the Buddhists actually believe the Buddha was a prophet of some sort. So so we believe that there are prophetic people, and I think that New Age people, they call them star seeds. I don't know if you call them star. I don't know if that's what a star seed is, but you believe them. They're star seeds. But we believe in prophetic beings that are representatives of a higher intelligence. So, and all of this stuff, there's similar messages in all of this stuff, and I will give you that. And I think that what I'm saying is that in reality there is only one truth, because there all of these things, like your different variation the different variations can't all be real. There's one truth. So I want to be fair to the people, like new age people, who believe that they are, like like their belief system, like there's a central truth to everything, but you can get there different ways. Like, I don't believe that, but I believe that you can reinterpret the Bible and it could still be true, if that makes sense. I want to say this in a way that makes sense, but you wouldn't really be right. But you would say that, okay, it's like karma. Is karma real? Well, according to the Bible, I don't know. Like, it's not karma. The concept is real. Like, you reap what you sow. Is that karma? That's why I would say that it's complicated, because like you're taking an idea and you're, giving it a different name and dressing it up differently. But I mean, so karma? Well, no, you reap what you sow, though. I don't believe in karma. I believe you reap what you sow. So like a gang stalker he's screwed. Basically, like, because he did all these bad things, and God condemns him to hell, of a place of eternal torment. So that would be the Hindus. If they were Hindus, they'd say, well, karma got him. It was karma. He built up negative karma his entire life. If you were Hindu, you'd say he built up negative karma and he was condemned in the afterlife or something like that because of all the negative karma. That's how they would interpret that. The Bible wouldn't say he built up karma. The Bible would say God, the universe, whatever you want to say, the universe said, okay, you did all these bad things and you reap what you sow. And God wanted that to happen, and God judged them and condemned him to eternal torment. And I don't know, the New Age people are only one of the few groups of people who don't think anything happens to you when you die is negative, and that's interesting. Everyone else seems to think so, but I'll let you believe what you want. So we agree on that. And angels, I think a lot of religions do believe in angels. And I think that New Age people don't believe in angels. You might believe in aliens or something. I don't know. But there are these enlightened beings that are guiding humanity, essentially. And we kind of agree that they're enlightened beings. And prophets, and certain people will be like, that they are angels or earth angels or something. I actually read somewhere that they're earth angels. Well, there are earth angels, but they're not prophets. So a human is gonna be flawed in some sort of way, and that includes prophets. I used to say that even prophets are not above being human. So I mean, they would be good, but they're still human beings. Like, I don't think humans go through their entire lives without ever making mistakes or having any kind of flaws. It's just like how the gang stalkers would be able to trigger me into being negative. Like, I don't think that I would. I don't know. I'm not really negative now, but I'm just saying, like, I would have to go through some like conditioning or something, like as a human being. Like, they would figure out ways to piss me off or something. Like. So I don't really know what is up with the angel thing. Like, if an angel could just be triggered by a gang stalker or something. Like, I don't really know about that. Like, I don't really know. These are complicated topics, and just like the connection that prophets have with God, or whether angels or what. These are complicated topics, and the Bible doesn't clearly explain these things. Like, if a person was their connection with God and then their connection with angelic beings, yeah, a prophet can communicate with God. A prophet communicates with angels. So we communicate. A prophet, if you're a prophet, you can communicate with spirits. And I don't know if New Age people believe that, but you communicate with spirits. The spirits of God. You can communicate with them, and they can give you messages and insights. And God can tell you the future. And then I think the New Age people think they're seers. A seer is a prophet, but it's not necessarily. So a seer would be a prophet. A seer can communicate with everything. Communicate with God. Some of them can, and there will be different. It's like the Bible describes it as spiritual gifts. So the Bible says the people have spiritual gifts, and they give them different types of spiritual gifts. And that's in the Bible. And I used to try to understand, like, so I think it's complicated to understand the connections. And I think what New Age people try to do is get more in depth when it comes to like how these things work, because the Bible doesn't really cover them that well. It's just like if you're a prophet or a man of God or something along those lines or whatever. Like in the Bible kind of talks about all these gifts that are given to you, spiritual gifts that the Bible calls them, and how that like how it fits into God's plan or his agenda, and then he's communicating with people. So God will give you communications and you can predict the future or something, like you know what's going to happen before it happens because God allows you to do that, and God is with you. So God is with you, so he's outside of space-time and he's telling you the future and all this stuff. These are really complicated things. So I think that like to be more fair to New Age people, I think you're trying to figure out these things on your own, and that's where a lot of this is coming from. But as I said, I don't know a whole lot about your belief system, so I'm just saying that for me, like I think Christianity teaches us everything we need to know, and in the end there is only one truth, is what I'm saying. So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully I didn't say anything I shouldn't have said, because obviously Christianity is the religion and Jesus is the savior, and I'm firm on that. I think the light just flickered. I don't. Well, you see what I'm saying? That could be confirmation right there. I don't know. I don't even know if that picked up, but okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it there, and hopefully that makes sense to people. And with that said, let me go ahead and close.